You must accept not only success, but tribulation. Remember that a pessimist sees difficulties in opportunities, but an optimist sees opportunities in difficulties. Rotary International has seen many outstanding leaders throughout the years. Men such as President Bill Boyd, men like President-elect Will Wilkinson. You and I are indeed very fortunate to be able to benefit from their sincerity and integrity, their dedication and their direction. Leadership as theirs will make your task easier, because it is vital that you and I be good followers in the programs they wish to project and the goals they have set. When you return to your homes and your district, you will realize that others will be responding to your leadership in like manner. What is a leader? I really don't see the necessity to elaborate, but please allow me to touch briefly on this. To my mind, leaders must be willing to do everything they ask of their followers, and more. They must exemplify a willingness to go that extra mile, to work harder, concentrate longer, and to carry, where necessary, an extra burden. A leader is one who carries the torch, lighting the way and allowing followers to catch the fire. A good leader knows how to call on others and how to delegate. As governors, you have many people available to you to help with the work of Rotary. Please use them. I'm thinking here of regional RI membership coordinators, regional Rotary Foundation coordinators, annual fund strategic advisors, Rotary Foundation alumni coordinators, and the major gift advisors. These Rotarians are on the zone level, and they are there to help you succeed. Call upon them. All you have to do is ask. As leaders, you should be encouraging Rotarians to become involved. It matters not the size of the club. Many smaller clubs contribute more in the form of service than the larger clubs. But one of your major challenges this year should be motivating clubs to act within the framework and guidelines of the 4 avenues of service, which is the basic philosophy of Rotary that has been ignored and almost forgotten in many parts of the world for a long time. By doing so, grassroots Rotarians, who are actually the core of our organization, will realize and appreciate the benefits to be derived from this framework. But don't ever forget that participation is the key to involvement. You must find ways other than the district events themselves to reach into the clubs. I made it a point to do just that when I served in your capacity many years ago, visiting clubs in my 7-country district in Southeast Asia and staying to work with each of them for 1 full day and 1 full night. This strategy had an amazing impact in encouraging more participation from the members. Without this personal contact, you will influence only a fraction of the people. I cannot stress enough that you should establish a good rapport with the individual Rotarians. One of our greatest weaknesses is that we have been unable to activate enough of our membership. There are many capable individuals who are not effective because the club has not put them to work and they have not been inspired. My advice to you is to put forth every possible encouragement during your administration to overcome this great shortcoming in Rotary. Think of the great potential we have to help the world if you make this a major goal during your year. When you visit your clubs or meet with your fellow members anytime, anywhere, let them know that you possess empathy as well as ability. But most importantly, let them see your sincerity, which can be your greatest asset. If your members feel you are sincere, they will be eager to support you because they know you believe in Rotary. Friendship and kindness contribute the basis for good relationship. We must realize the importance of our every action, every token of friendship we extend, every letter we write, and every hand we shake has its impact on yet another life. And that in turn on still another life. Perhaps we often fail to realize how far-reaching our friendship can be felt. My friendship with Wilf and Joan Wilkinson goes back to 1972. You can imagine how far-reaching our friendship and love for each other is felt after all these years. My fellow Rotarians, another beautiful thing about Rotary is the autonomy of the club. Like people, each Rotary club is different. None of us would ever want to change this, for it is one of the unique things about Rotary. The fact that all clubs look at things a little differently can make our task greater in many instances. If we handle our communication with the clubs well, the challenge is to motivate them to move onward and upward. Your persuasiveness and friendliness during all your encounters, especially during your official visit, will give you a wonderful opportunity to inspire and encourage the president and the club through love, friendship, and reason. Over 4 centuries ago, Charles V was emperor of the German Empire, which then included most of Europe. He was the most powerful monarch of his time. But like other monarchs then, he found the job of ruling people a troublesome occupation. In his old age, Charles V retired to a monastery to spend his last day. There, he amused himself by tinkering with clocks. He had many of them, and his favorite ambition was to regulate them so they could all strike at precisely the same time. But despite his most persistent, painstaking efforts, he could not accomplish this goal, and he finally gave up. One day, as he sat in his chair talking to a friend, he philosophized, "I was a fool to try to make my subjects think alike in everything. I can't even make these helpless clocks strike alike." There are many today who have the same mania as Charles V. They do not rule empires or tinker with clocks, but they work themselves into the state of bitterness and despair on their efforts to make everyone think as they do.